Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another episode of NICOLLECT'S podcast era. So today we're going to get on board with all the doll drama that is going to be 2024. So this year is going to be quite interesting in terms of the doll war that has been going on ever since the success of Bratz, I would say, because we can't see that battle die between MGA and Mattel because it just keeps on going. So of course we know that in 2008 Mattel filed a lawsuit against MGA because it was something related with the designer that was working at Mattel at the time when he designed Bratz. Yeah, it is a whole mess, but long story short, I guess the point I'm trying to get to is that ever since that problem, I would say Isaac Larian has been constantly sharing the wins that he has gotten over Mattel. For example, the success of LOL OMG, the success of Rainbow High. And he's very vocal about it. And also we can see in some of the lines that Mattel has been doing that of course they are kind of inspired by the products made by MGA, which is kind of ridiculous in a way because Mattel is really big compared to MGA. I don't know how big is MGA. I would say Mattel is over here and MG is maybe over here. They're not too far, I would say. I'm not too sure about that. But it is quite interesting that this giant toy company gets some ideas from a smaller company. But that tends to happen with basically everything. For example, in the fashion industry, we can totally see those really big brands copying the work from small designers. So yeah, it has always happened and will always happen in any kind of industry, I would say. So of course we know that Barbie Extra was some kind of response to LOL OMG, of course, because we had the extra keyword on the line. We got I would say Isaac Larian always says that color reveal is a response to the color changing gimmick from the LOL tots. I'm not too sure about that because I think color changing toys with water and stuff have been a really widely explored theme in the toy industry for the longest time. So I don't know if that's maybe reaching stretching the theories way too much. So yeah, and then we got of course then we have MGA with the Dream Ella line, which is mocking Barbie and also copying the color reveal technique. And then we have the Dream Ella extra iconic dolls and extra iconic mini dolls, which of course is responding to mocking Barbie, because I don't know, in some cases I think that competition is kind of interesting because we get really cool dolls, but in some other cases I think it is a little bit too childish for my liking, because you are managing a whole company, so it is kind of weird to just create a whole doll line just to mock Barbie. So of course if he has the money he can totally do it, but at the same time he's kind of wasting material, because we all know that those Dream Ella dolls were so bad looking, the career ones, the vet and the chef, and I don't remember the other one, but yeah, there were 3 of those and they were super ugly in my opinion, and people were not buying them. It is just very obvious because of course Dream Ella is already gone. They did the color reveal kind of thing, and the packaging actually looked a little bit similar. I actually did a whole comparison here on my channel if you want to check that out. We had the extra iconic dolls, and I think those were not that bad because we had really cool fashion. So that was a win for collectors, I would say, because Dreamella extra iconic dolls were kind of cute. And the extra iconic minis were also cute. They were a little bit lower quality than the Barbie extra mini dolls, but they were kind of cute at the same time. So yeah, from those conflicts, we tend to get some cool dolls and some really like wasteful dolls, in my opinion. So yeah. Putting that aside, we now have this post that Isaac Larian made on LinkedIn, which said, I'm going to read that: copyright infringement. Does below pictures look like Barbie or Bratz? It looks like the uninspiring Mattel, aka Evil Empire, are back at it again. Which is, I would say Isaac Larian is really, he's a really controversial man, to be honest. I'm not like fan of his attitude at all. I think he does a great job managing MGA, I would say, but yeah, he's not my favorite person, to be quite honest. And yeah, I think he's a little bit I don't know, like he takes everything way too personal, I would say, which is totally understandable, because of course, if you have like a brand that you want to protect from bigger companies, of course you're going to be like as vocal and as protective as you can. So yeah, then it says, back in 2008, Mattel thought they would win their Scorched Earth lawsuit against MGA and would steal and own Bratz, so they went to work to make Mattel Bratz. They lost that lawsuit bad and were supposed to destroy these prototypes, etc. Looks like they didn't and plan to launch Barbie Dream Teens with those toolings and sculpts. The Evil Empire is afraid of resurgence of Bratz, and they should be. So, of course, he is like super protective of his brand, like his top brand, which of course will always be Bratz. He's talking about the leaked photos. I'm not going to put like the actual photo like from the Barbie Dream Teens, like the individual photo, but I'm going to put like the post where he wrote that, and there's like the picture. That's as big as I'm going to put it, because I don't want to get in trouble because of sharing that picture. But from what we can see from those dolls, he's like saying that they should have destroyed those like face sculpts, like the from the Mattel Bratz dolls. And when we look at this Barbie Dream Teens, of course, we can totally see that there's like the blonde one, the blonde white one, the black one, the Latina looking one, and the Asian looking one. So of course we can totally connect that with the 4 characters from the Bratz pack, of course. So yeah, that's like the first thing that is quite obvious. But at the same time, it is granted to Barbie that those characters have been in like the Barbie world for the longest time. So of course we have Teresa, we have I think the other one, we have Malibu, which is the black girl, and we have I don't remember the name of the white, the Asian one, but yeah, Raquel, I think that's Raquel. Yeah, but we have those characters like from the longest time ago, like I would say like the 80s, 90s, something like that. Well, except for Brooklyn, but we still have gotten like black Barbies like from the longest time ago. So yeah, I would say it's a little bit understandable that he is like be a little bit offended because of like the ethnicities of each one of the dolls, because therefore each one resembles way too much to Chloe, Sasha, Yasmin, and Jade. So yeah, that's a little bit I don't know, like I see what you did there, Mattel, to be honest. But then we have the faces, which is like the main problem that he's pointing out. So he's saying that they are using the Bratz from Mattel, those face sculpts that I think I can like share some pictures of those because they're like widely known by now. So I don't know, I think they look quite similar because of course we have never seen these kinds of heads on Barbie before. Like maybe on the Barbie Extra Minis dolls, I would say this is the closest thing that they remind me of. But of course they're not that similar, and comparing them to the Bratz sculpts, I think they're a little bit similar. Of course, the picture is like super blurry. It is not that easy to identify every single detail on the faces. I think the foreheads are a little bit similar. Maybe the eyes a little bit. But I do see like Brooklyn's eyes look way too far apart. But yeah, from these pictures, it is kind of hard to like fully tell if they are actually the same mold. And a lot of people is like jumping into conclusions and saying, yeah, they are using those molds and they're going to get sued and everything. But of course, you know that even Isaac Larian, being as responsive as he is, like as I don't know, aggressive in a way, like protective of his brand and everything, he's just saying this, like this post, he's totally doing it like with a grain of salt, to be honest, because he cannot say that without like going into like some kind of investigation and stuff. So he's probably just saying things out loud, like his thoughts, his feelings. But of course, until we get like actual like releases of these Barbie Dream Team dolls, it is really, really hard for him or for anyone to confirm if they are the actual molds. Now, that being said, we can also, well, at least I think that Mattel would be more like smart and avoid using those molds, because of course they are part of that lawsuit and copyright thing that happened in 2008. So yeah, I think they are smart enough so that the new line that they're trying to launch is not going to like get recalled from stores like the first 2 weeks of being released or something like that. So yeah, I think we can just wait, to be honest, because yeah, it is not that easy to know if they're actually using those molds or not. Also, like a really quick side note, the Barbie Dream Teens are supposed to be like $20 if I'm not wrong, and I think they don't have articulation on the wrists. I don't know if that's the case. We'll have to wait and see, maybe, which would be kind of sad because we got like full articulation with Barbie Extra, but we're getting it the dolls for just $20, which is good. So I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. This is for sure quite interesting for this 2024 like new season of dolls, because of course we're getting these new dolls. I would say these are supposed to compete with Always Bratz, which I already ordered 2 of those because they look super awesome. And as I said in the previous podcast, I am really surprised myself that I'm that excited about the Bratz dolls, because I'm not that big of a fan of Bratz, but I think the ones that are coming out are super, super beautiful. So yeah. But then we have, of course, then we have Bratz and Barbie Dream Teens. Then we have Monster High, of course. And we also have, I would say Rainbow High is like the competition for Monster High, which I don't know. They are way too different now. Maybe with Shadow High, it was kind of like a more direct competition. I actually, once I was in like a toy store, and a girl, she was quite old, like she was maybe, I don't know, 14, 15, something like that. And she saw a Shadow High doll and she said, oh, look, there's Monster High dolls. And I was like, oh, that's what they were trying to get, like to confuse people because of the colors of the skin and stuff, because Shadow High resembles way too much to Monster High in terms of the colors that they use, for example, on the skin and stuff. So yeah, if someone that does not know anything about dolls sees Shadow High, they're not like, she didn't even read the box, like she didn't say, oh yeah, that's Shadow High. No, she just totally went for it and said, oh, those are Monster High dolls. So I think it was the Diamante doll from the series 2 of Shadow High. So yeah, but yeah, I think those are like the 2 competitions that we have. And also we're getting My Scene. So I don't know, I think I would not put like My Scene down here with, sorry, right here, because here we have Mattel, here we have MJ. This is like all imaginary. I would put like the Barbie Dream Teens and the Bratz. Sorry, and I would put the Barbie Dream Teens and also the My Scene dolls in the same category against the Bratz, because of course My Scene is going to cater to like collectors, because those are supposed to be collector releases, and the Barbie Dream Teens are going to go for a more younger demographic, of course. And here in the Bratz realm, we have the collector releases that we're constantly getting, like the Kylie Jenner dolls, which were actually not that collector-ish kind of level, but yeah, they were kind of collector. We also got the Tweebles, we got the Moalola dolls, we got the Cold Gaia dolls, we have the GCDS ones. Like, we have a bunch of collector dolls and also the new Playline dolls. So again, the Playline with the Playline and the collector with the collector. Let's wait and see what happens next year, because I think it is kind of interesting to see Mattel going with 2 brands against Bratz. That's kind of telling a lot. Like, as Isaac Larian said, like, again, I really don't like feeling identified with what he's saying, but yeah, Mattel looks kind of scared because again, they are launching 2 lines to compete with 1 line. So of course Bratz has been like getting a lot of recognition in social media and stuff. So we have like the millennials getting them, and also the new generations with the always Bratz. So yeah, it is going to be a really tough year. I guess Monster High already won against Rainbow High, because we saw them like completely change and get rid of Shadow High, I guess. For now, we don't have like knowledge of everything that's going to happen in 2024, but for now, I would say Monster High is like winning over Rainbow High, because of course the sales are way too high with Monster High, and we also have like collector dolls every single month, and yeah, all of that. So yeah, I think that's basically it. That's all I wanted to say in this video. It is quite short, but I think it was something that I really wanted to talk about, because I don't know, it's kind of exciting. Again, I wouldn't say Mattel is like doing any kind of copyright infringement, because we don't know for sure that those are the head molds. Do they look similar? A little bit. Are they the same? We don't know, as I said, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I think this is like the cool part about this part of collecting, that is getting into all the drama between the companies. I don't know, that's kind of interesting. But yeah, I think that's it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below, what do you think about this whole drama between the 2 companies that has been going for the last, I would say maybe 20 years or a little bit less, 18 years, something like that, ever since Bratz started to like really thread Mattel sales. Share this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, activate the little bell icon so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Follow me on my Instagram and my TikTok. Those links will be always in the description box down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.